morning, church. We're continuing looking at the story of Daniel's life in the Bible. And last week we learned how poor Daniel and his friends got taken away from their country by the king of Babylon, and they were made servants and they had to eat the king's food, and they decided to make a stand and be different and say no. And they had to trust God to look after them, which of course he did. And this week, in a minute, we're going to tell you the story of what happened when Daniel and his friends' lives were in danger because of a strange dream that King Nebuchadnezzar had. I wonder if you've ever had a strange dream. Well, God spoke to Daniel and told him what the king's dream meant, which meant that he all got saved from being killed. Now, God talks to us in lots of different ways, and if you decide to follow Jesus, you practice listening to his voice, he will talk to you too. He can talk to us through reading the Bible, or he can talk to us through dreams and pictures and visions, like what happened to Daniel. And he can talk to us sometimes through Christian friends that he puts around us. And Daniel's friends were very important to him when he was captured, and they prayed for Daniel all night and gave Daniel strength. And it's good to have Christian friends around us. I had a really nice friend today come round and bring me a donut. How nice was that? Wow. I wonder what you could do for your friends. And it's a bit trickier at the moment, isn't it? Because you can't see your friends. But you could phone them up or FaceTime them or even write them a letter or draw a picture for them. And also you could ask your friends to pray for you, and you can pray for your friends too. So listen to the story. And you should by now have had through your door all the worksheets that go with the story of Daniel as well, that you can do at home with your grown-up. And have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye. This is King Neb, short for Nebuchadnezzar. He is the king of Babylon, a very powerful and important king. Have you ever had a bad dream? It's horrible, isn't it? Adults get bad dreams sometimes too, and this is what happened to King Neb one night. He had the worst dream ever. It woke him up in the middle of the night and he was so scared. Ah! He called for his servants, his wise men, the ones that studied the stars and did magic. I've had this awful dream. Tell me now what it means. They said, tell us what your dream was and we'll try and explain it. Nope. I've decided if you do not tell me what my dream was and what it means right now, I'm going to chop you up into tiny pieces and burn your house down. But if you can tell me what it is and what it means, I will reward you greatly. The servants panicked and asked again that the king tell them what the dream was. The king got more and more cross. The servants finally said, there is no one on earth that can tell you this. It's too difficult and it can't be done. The king properly lost his temper and ordered that all the wise men in his palace were to be killed, including Daniel and his friends. The king's guard went to get Daniel and his friends to kill them. Daniel asked him what was going on. When Daniel found out, he went straight away to see the king. Daniel went to see the king, and the king agreed to give him some time to be able to work out what his dream was and what it meant. Daniel went to find his friends that night, and he asked them to pray all night that God would tell him what the king's dream was and what it meant so they wouldn't die. And in the night, God showed Daniel in a vision, which is a picture in his head, what the dream meant. Daniel thanked and worshipped God.